Hello, my name is Daniel Smith. I'm the supervising attorney at San Diego Defenders. We're located in Chula Vista, and we're a criminal defense law firm that handles primarily drug cases and DUIs and that sort of thing. But today we're going to be talking about drug cases. Our number, by the way, is 619-258-8888. So on June 26th of 2018, there was an article in the Union Tribune, and it is entitled "Feds Taking More Drug Cases to State Court in Wake of the Zero Tolerance Mandate." So they're talking about the fact that the feds are not taking as many drug cases to federal court where most of them used to go. Let's say it's a 20-kilo drug case. Like in this case, we just tried in November, and we did get a not guilty verdict, and that was very nice. And it was a federal case. It's very important to us and to our client, of course, as well. And these kinds of cases that would otherwise be federal are now going to be prosecuted on the state side. And that's because they are concentrating on just Sessions. The Attorney General has said, we are going to have a zero tolerance regarding immigration. So the courts are flooded, the federal courts are flooded with immigration cases, and the drug cases are therefore spilling over into the state courts. The difference is federal courts versus state courts. So that's, again, this article on June 26th talking about the feds taking more of the cases to the state. Now, this could be a case involving, let's say, a border crossing. Here's a picture of a map that we used in that federal case, showing that the line is right here. You can see that we've got the Mexican side here, the U.S. side over here. It was the pathway that they took in driving this truck across the border. It's a Ranger truck in which the spare tire underneath the Ranger truck, as you can see, here's a picture of the spare tire, is there and is accessible outside of the vehicle, which we see in so many cases. And they cut open the spare tire, and when they cut open the spare tire, they found 20 kilos of methamphetamine inside of the tire, hence the prosecution. This was a federal prosecution. These cases are going to go state now. It'll be a Health and Safety Code 11351, that's 11351, possession for sale or distribution of methamphetamine. We're going to be seeing a lot of those cases. You'll be hearing about them because the people involved, it might be a friend, a loved one, it could be somebody that you know, was busted by the Customs and Border Patrol generally, or ICE, one of those agencies, maybe even the DEA, but it will be going to state court. So it'll be a federal agency prosecuting a drug case that would otherwise go to federal court is now going to state court. It'll be under a different code section. It'll be under H&S 11351, possession for sale and distribution of methamphetamine is a very typical case. Now, it's generally in a border bust situation, an immigration checkpoint. It could be a traffic stop that's done by the Border Patrol, and then later on they'll bring in the local sheriffs or somebody like that. So the standard sentence, exposure we call it, is 3, 4, and 5 years. So the presumed sentence is 4 years for up to a kilogram of methamphetamine. If you possess 1 kilo to 3.9, just under 4 kilos, it's a plus 3 years, so it could turn a 5-year max, plus 3 would be an 8-year max. If you had 4 kilos up to almost 10, that's going to add an additional 5, so it would be 5 plus the 5 would be your exposure, would be 10 years. And if it is 10 kilos or more, which is quite often the case like it was here, it would be a 5-year plus 10 years, it would be a 15-year exposure on that type of a case. But it would be prosecuted in the state court that used to be at 220 West Broadway, and now it's at 333 Union Street in downtown San Diego, or in South Bay, where our office is located right across the street at 300 H Street, which is, or 3rd Avenue, which is the Chula Vista Courthouse. In the article, one of the public defenders talks about the fact that they have 20 cases that are ready to go to prelim and regarding drug busts that would normally go on the federal side, but they're going stateside. So you'll see that a lot. It's important that you call a lawyer that knows about drug cases, that knows how the federal system works and the state system, because you're going to need some help. Your friends, your loved one, whoever it may be, will need some help regarding this drug bust. There are many different, very imaginative, very good solutions that can be worked out in those types of cases, because really the goal is to get your life back to normal. These are generally young kids, kids that are desperate, or young mothers, that sort of thing, that are taken advantage of by the traficantes. And sometimes their rights aren't read to them. There's a number of problems that they can have, and we're here to find those problems, to leverage them into a good deal for our clients. Or if we have to take it to trial like we did in this case, hopefully we'll get the same results, and that's a not guilty verdict, something that you have to work very hard for. So call us at San Diego Defenders, 619-258-8888, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That'll get you connected to me on my cell phone, and I'll help you out. I'll talk to you about the case, and we'll schedule a consultation. Thank you very much. I'm Daniel Smith at San Diego Defenders, located at 585 3rd Avenue in Chula Vista, 91910, and at SanDiegoDefenders.com. Thank you very much.